for now, and then like we can fix it later.
Sounds good.
That's all right. Yeah.
Well, everyone, welcome. I am happy to have you all. If the music is too low, I believe you can adjust that with a right click from the Kenku Orpheus bot. But we are here. We are in Raiders of the Serpent Sea, powered by Pathfinder 2nd Edition. In case we've never played together before, or if it has been a while, my name is Orpheus, also known as Caleb. So if you have any questions on what to call me, you can call me one of those two things, or DM, whatever works the best. Now, as we are getting rolling, I asked this question before some of us arrived, but does anyone have any questions?
None currently.
Perfect.
Did you get the heal thing figured out, or should we just do it like the manual dice roll when I have to do it?
Manual dice roll, because I did not have time to set that up.
No worries. Okay.
Excellent. Okay. So before we get started with the game itself, I wanted to drop some lore, because I know that this is new setting. It is from third party, and it's kind of interesting. So before I do that, everyone make sure you have at least one hero point on your character sheet. So the current year, it is 753 after Exodus. It's been almost 800 years since Odin, goddess of wisdom, opened the rainbow portal during the final battle against the Yoten and flung the Vanir into this new world known as Grimir. Now, Grimir is the primal world of islands spread across the winding Serpent Sea. The natives of Grimir are the humans, elves, dwarves, and others that have migrated here centuries ago when their original world, known as the Lost Lands, was destroyed by the Yoten. Now, the Yoten, they, to me, are a combination of giants, fae, and devils that have, like, Dragon Ball Z fusioned together, and they have, to me, complicated motivations, which are based in destroying the Vanir, finding mortals wherever they are, corrupting them, consuming them, or other bad words that start with the C. So over the years, numerous other creatures have been brought to this world, and many have joined clans and became raiders of the Serpent Sea. Now, at any time that I'm dropping this lore, feel free to ask any questions or any clarifications that you saw from the player's guide, anything along those lines that you guys have any thoughts on, please let me know. Cool.
I have a weird lore question.
Yes, sir.
We don't have a cleric in our party, but you know they're known in the world and such. So with the gods having the whole encased in stone court thing, do they like speak to their clerics, or is it more like follow the messages kind of a deal? Or
that is a great question. So people that are priests or clergy of the stone courts of the gods of this land, they have various thoughts about the gods. Number one, most of the gods seem to not connect with them directly. They always speak to them through indirect messages or through signs. Now, the one exemption from that is they say that the goddess Odin is involved in all things, and her signs can be seen everywhere, whether that is in the white ravens that appear throughout the world of Grimnir, or through the sparks of wisdom, or from, I think some people call it a sundog moment, where you just have this like spark of ingenuity that is said to be the touch of Aldine. Now, I think a good way to compare this setting was written by the adventure writers who wrote Odyssey of the Dragon Lords, and in that campaign, the gods may have a more direct interaction. This is not that.
They're kind of an omniscient or not omniscient, but like a force we can't necessarily go and talk to very easily.
Correct. It actually brings up a kind of a lore piece here that the stone court's location is relatively well known. These statues that some believe are the gods stuck in stone form is somewhere in Grimnir, and many raiders have tried to attempt to go there and find the stone court, but none have been successful. None have returned from this journey. Some consider it a fool's errand to try to attempt this. Now, this location, it's actually my next point here, is somewhere within the mountain range of Turnfall. And on your map here, Turnfall. I made it go away. Hold on. Boop, boop. Turnfall is located towards the north and east, and kind of the weird thing about Turnfall is that every year it is said to grow taller and taller. So essentially anywhere that you are at in Grimnir, you can glimpse Turnfall in one shape or another. Which is, I think, kind of a strange piece of lore there about the world. Now, the world itself is ringed by lava and volcanoes. Earthquakes are common. Islands rise and disappear often. And the landscapes of this world are dominated by creatures including giant bears, mammoths, saber-toothed tigers, and worse, in the forests that surround the mountain of Turnfall. But
Turnfall's about like over here, right? Is that
correct.
Like a vague estimate? Okay.
Now, one creature that does not appear in the world, or hasn't in over 750 years, is the wolf. So wolves are not a creature that are commonplace or seen in the world of Grimnir. Now, does anyone have any questions on that? Because I know that might be kind of a weird piece about the world.
What happened?
They aren't a creature that lives here. You've got owls, wolverines, rams, river whales, you've got birds of prey, you've got bears, but no wolves.
Is someone neutered all of them?
Someone neutered all the wolves.
Yeah, it was the Viking known as Bob Barker. He went around and just started snipping all of the wolf testicles that he could find. Now, that's fucked up, I know.
Has it, all those testicles are somewhere buried.
Where? Speaking of wolves, I had to send an email to a wolf place. So, something to mention here. Winter has not withdrawn its grip from this land in nearly 2-3 years. So people are waiting for spring to come. Will winter relent? If not, most people are starving. Like, hunger crawls at the belly of every raider. Will the land survive? So that is something to keep in mind.
In order, just real quick, your stream seems to have been bugged. The camera.
Let me see here.
Oh, you fixed it. You're good.
Excellent. I have to keep that window open and also my other windows. Being a DM streamer, it's hard. Okay. The Stone Court, I believe we are all familiar with them. They were cursed by Boda, who was the leader of the Yoten. These Vanir, which are the Stone Courts, are trapped as statues. This is Aldine, goddess of wisdom, Nark, god of the field, Idun, goddess of the forge, Nat, goddess of contests, Luta, goddess of perseverance, Palter, god of hope, and Vani, god of battle. And each of the clans have kind of latched on to one of those gods. And I believe I have set it up correctly. So if you guys click on the clan shields here on the landing page, a journal entry should pop up and you'll have a little bit more information about the clans. And I might have to change something because we're playing in Pathfinder 2, because a lot of these clans have Dragonborn as members, and I might have to make an addendum that those are either the third-party supplement dragons or they are kobolds, so we'll have to check that out.
Make them kobolds. It'll be hilarious.
Kobolds.
Yeah, so whenever you see Dragonborn, they are just kobolds of that color, so I'll fix that in post.
Oh man, kobolds gonna be badass in this, huh?
Yeah.
They are. So primary antagonists, or people that might not like you all, the Witch King. He is the leader of the Witches of the Ironwood. They have been enemies for centuries of the Raiders. They live in haunted ironwood forests that primarily grow in the isolated areas of the world.
Is there like a specific place they hang out on the map?
The Witch King and the Witches of the Ironwood, one of the ways that they are so elusive or that they are so powerful and hard to nail down is that their location where they camp has never been found by the raiders. It is almost as if they flank them, go to ambush them, and they can disappear into the very forest, into the very trees themselves, only to appear elsewhere in the world and deal a gigantic blow to the raiders. Some people call that cheating.
Oh, got hacks. Goodness.
They've got hacks. So the Witch King and the Ironwood Witches are definitely enemies of the raiders. The goddess of death, Hel, rules all who die outside of battle. Though not everyone would agree, her realm is said to be a dreary place of unrelenting torment. Hellmaws open occasionally throughout the world, allowing mortals to pass into the underworld. Few, if any, have ever been able to return from such a place. Now, Hel is kind of a badass because she is portrayed as a person with basically half of a living face, and the other half is completely skeletal. Which is very strange because it is said that Thonir, who is the son of Aldine, fell in love with her and her skeleton face. So I don't know if that one half that was still alive was, alluring enough to make him fall in love. I'm not sure.
We can't judge the guy, okay?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They're gods. They have different tastes.
Yeah.
It's true.
Beautiful.
It's true. As raiders, you would believe in living every day to the fullest. You would eat, drink, and fight, celebrate a birth or an alliance, but above all, one of the major goals of the raider is to join their ancestors in the halls of the slain. And the only way to do so is to die a glorious death in battle.
Is it called Valhalla, or is it just called Halls of the Slain?
The Halls of the Slain, or Valhalla, which I can put in.
Oh, okay.
Valhalla. Yeah, they've got some interesting tidbits here that they've changed. For example, Ragnarok is spelled the same, pronounced the same, but Valhalla is changed, and Valkyrie is changed, but when I have pronounced it with computers, it is still pronounced the same, so I think that is interesting.
Valhalla.
Valhalla, exactly.
That's where we're going.
What do you guys might end up there, or all of you? Who knows?
We'll end up there. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the Bandur, they're another race of people here in Grimnir. They have several kingdoms scattered worldwide, especially in the high north and the world's western edge. Most of them make no attempt to expand, to get new territory, or anything like that, because they know by expanding, making waves, they will only invite the activity of the raiders. Still, they must trade with one another, risk the seas, and this provides ripe targets for raiders such as yourselves to plunder.
So they're the English.
If we were using the rulings of or the depictions from Vinland Saga 100%.
Sorry.
You can't
Yes.
just say that.
It would be a very fair comparison. Now, the most potent Bandur is King Cnut Edgar. It is said that King Cnut can trace his bloodline all the way back to the Witch King.
Sure he can.
Mm-hmm. Now, the raiders themselves are people that value strength and bravery. Their martial traditions are important to them, and they pride themselves on their ability to build ships and their adherence to respect the Stone Court, their gods. Most raiders live in small to medium-sized clans, primarily in wooden fortresses inhabiting the inner continents and the surrounding islands. Most of the clans are in conflict, if not outright war, with one another. So, most of the time, if, let's say you are a member of Clan Halwick, or Halharn, excuse me, and you see a member of Clan Risa, you might end up in a fight or a battle because somewhere along the line there was some aggression. Now, each clan will have a jarl, but once every 8 years they meet at a gathering in the floating town of Drifthall to vote for an all-jarl, who loosely leads the clans in times of conflict. The current all-jarl is a woman. Her name is Mother Gunberg. And you will see her art in just a second. Mother Gunberg is the leader of Clan Halharn. And she is a female elf who is a couple of centuries old and an accomplished raider.
She's my queen.
Yeah, my queen.
100%.
I like her hat. Or her tiara. I want it.
She just trades out her circlet, her tiara, for a trucker hat, and it's ass-kicking time when she turns her trucker hat around backwards. Raider history is passed orally from generation to generation, which grants much respect to, one, their elders, who are stewards of the knowledge, and the Volv, who are prophetic and are said to have a connection to Aldine and the Wells of Wisdom. Now, final piece here, the Volv have seen that this world, like the last lands, is destined to end in a cataclysmic battle. Each day of a raider's life is lived preparing for this inevitability. So it's kind of I don't know how life would be living that way, knowing this world is going to eventually be destroyed when some cataclysmic event happens, like a meteorite, or, I don't know, this giant serpent the size of an island rises from the ocean and just starts eating people like I eat Twizzlers.
YOLO, you know? That's how I do it.
Exactly. So with all of those pieces of lore dropped, all of that information, any questions, comments, concerns, or anything that you guys would like to share?
Put the queen's name in chat, please.
Oh, yes. Mother Gunberg. My pleasure. And actually, before we do anything else, let me take you guys to a different map. And I need to... And let me put our camera on here. And let me put an Esarok on here. As we are in the Holwick Enclave page. Perfect. Okay, and if we are all ready, now that I've dropped some lore, got us a little bit more informed about the setting, we can begin.
Boy.
So, in Holwick's central square, you would see the leader of the settlement's two cultures. A merchant known as Bjorn the Blade, and the Jarl, the all-Jarl self, Mother Gunberg, conversing quietly as Bjorn hammers a nail, attaching a scrolled piece of hide to the village's notice board. You see that villagers, traders, and raiders are gathering around the board to read the scroll, murmuring, concerned. And let me show you guys what this bad boy looks like. So, as the final nail is being driven in, I imagine the party, the members of it, are standing in the crowd nearby. So I want to give us an opportunity to storytell here for a second. Vestar, could you tell us how and why your character has ended up in Holwick?
He follows the signs of his... he is a follower of Luta. She has guided him through a few paths in his life, and she has guided him here. And sometimes it shows up as he needs to follow the breeze, or follow the sound of the crows, or some other unusual sign, and that has brought him here. And seeing the wanted poster being placed, he realizes what his purpose is for being brought here. And he would probably step forward to sort of try to gather some information.
Excellent. Thank you. Now, Esarok, same question. How have you found yourself in Holwick?
If I unmute my mic. Esarok has found himself here at the end of a long job where he has been escorting a raider merchant, taking goods to Clan Holwick, close to from where he's from, Clan Reason. Of course, traveling with goods, especially if you are a raider, is a dangerous thing. So he was kind of hired on as a member of the bustle to kind of bring them here. And it was kind of a long couple weeks journey to get here. So he's taking his sweet time to rest up before he's ready to go again.
I love that. Thank you. Jonathan, how did you find yourself in the enclave of Holwick?
John is here because he got some advice from some of the older seers at Nowhere, who advised him that if he wants to find what he's looking for and more information, one of the places he could start is to head to this location. He's not sure why or what exactly he's looking for here. And he's not sure what will result of this, but he is hoping that their advice will bear fruit in some way.
Excellent. Thank you. Last but not least, Erik, how did you find yourself in Holwick?
His wife had asked him to come here. Mostly so that he can be active once more after a terribly bad raid had gone down not too long ago, and he lost a couple of his crew members.
Oh no,
They tried to raid the ship. They underestimated how many the number of opponents they were dealing with, and things turned south real bad. He escaped, but nevertheless, he's been dejected ever since, and he didn't want him lying around the house. So she saw the poster and let him know, hey, get your lazy butt up. Go do this
Go
thing.
get a job.
Oh, I love that. I have a question for Erik here. Did many of your crew members go overboard in this raid? Did their bodies end up in the Serpent Sea?
It's a touchy subject, but yes, they did.
Oof.
And that's what really brings him down.
You guys would all know the worst fate that can befall a raider is not to die of like the plague or of natural causes. It is to die drowning in the Serpent Sea, as you will receive no afterlife at all. You will simply become a new serpent in the Serpent Sea, as the grand serpent swallows your soul and births you as one of its offspring.
That's cool. That's metal. That's rad.
I thought you were going to say, I actually, can I just go do that?
Can I just go yeet myself into the ocean real quick? That's cool as hell. I want to be a cool ass snake. Hell yeah.
That's badass. Okay, excellent. So, the two kind of leaders of Hallwick, one who takes care of the raider side, one who deals more with trade, are hammering this billet up to the town center here. And would you all approach to get closer to what this billet says?
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
Excellent. You notice that the billet is written in the Common, Elven, and the written dialect of the Raiders. The title of it says, Hunters Wanted. And explanation. Over the past few weeks, a creature some of us have come to know as the White Fang Wyrm has been spotted lurking near our settlement, stealing fish from our nets and baskets, and leaving nothing but wreckage in its wake. We believe the creature's lair is somewhere on or across the Bay of Sigh's ice floes. As the creature poses a threat to the survival of all Hallwick residents, we have prepared a sack of scrimshaw from the Hallwick and silver bracelets and armbands from the Ulfin, payable to whoever ends the creature's attacks on our food supply. Proof of the creature's defeat must be presented to claim this bounty. Mother Gunbarg and Bjorn the Blade.
Born the blade. Let me write that down. This doesn't look too good.
So we're slaying the big lizard. So what?
What do you think would be easy?
You don't?
No. Please go ahead. I can't imagine slaying a thing like that would be an easy task.
I was just going to say that nothing in life is worthwhile if it were easy.
There we go. You, I like. You, and he'll point to Jonathan. Yeah. You'll I guess.
What even is that? It looks like some kind of lizard.
It's not
Lunch
just
for the next 5 to 6 weeks. If its head's brought back, that's what it is.
I mean, you folks do look rather strong to deal with something like that, so I'm sure.
You're welcome to stay here and break the ice for old bread. But me, and he looks at Erik. It seems like you quite taken to the idea of a hunt. Couple days out, a couple days back. Sounds a lot easier of a job to me. And a lot of the slog we could go through.
I need to take my mind off of this headache and misfortune. Plus, it'll make the wife happy.
Bring her back one of its scales, maybe. Nice gift.
You think she'll like that? I wonder.
I mean, maybe.
You'll just see Erik just twirling his little braid in his between his fingers.
Well, if you don't mind, I would like to accompany you warriors in going to investigate this beast, whether we slay it or not.
Oh, you a seer then?
Yes, yes, I am. I'm not much of a fighter, but I can patch up your wounds if you end up taking a nasty blow.
He'll walk over, put an arm over your shoulder. Why didn't you just say so? It'll be a blast.
Sure.
As you all are speaking of the experience, you see that this tall, straight back, ageless, beautiful elf approaches you. If you are familiar with the Hallwick, you know that this is Mother Gunberg. And next to her, just to make sure you guys know their art as well, you see a dwarven merchant. Approach as well. The tall, ageless woman says, "If I am not mistaken, you all are discussing going after our troublesome foe here, our white Fang Wyrm?"
We are.
The spoils are... Oh, please, continue.
You know what even that is? What do you mean by white Fang Wyrm? I feel like those a lot are descriptive words, but not exactly words to just what it is exactly.
The dwarf says in a gruff voice, "Some witnesses have described this beast as having a fin running down its spine and a terrible countenance about it." The ageless beauty, I just like saying that, Mother Gunberg will say, "Other witnesses have stated that it couldn't have been as large as the harbor seals swimming in the Bay of Sighs."
Can I make a check to see if I can have heard of a creature similar to this?
Yeah, I believe this would be a recall knowledge.
Yes, sir.
And if we use the basic action macro, we should be able to roll this how it should be done, which is secretly.
Basic action. Where's that?
Excellent. So if we hit Control Space to pull up the quick insert and you search basic action macro, it should pop up for you guys.
Did not.
If you go to your macro folder, the macros directory.
There you go. I think you just drag that over to your hotbar.
Leah coming in for the win.
Drag and drop, baby.
Ah, I found it.
Yeah, the basic
what
action
folder?
macros.
What folder is it in?
It should be in your macros directory. Especially if I make you all owners of it. Okay.
Ignore that roll I just did. I was just testing something.
No,
I don't know
okay.
if it rolled.
No problem. Okay. So as you're listening to this information here, Esarok, it's playing in your mind, and you believe that what they are describing is not likely a true dragon for several reasons, but rather some type of drake or tatzelworm, a smaller cousin to a dragon that lacks more of their powerful abilities. You would think that for one reason that dragons have not been seen in the world of Grimnir for nearly 500-600 years, but also, if it's the size of a harbor seal, it's definitely no dragon.
If it's a finned worm, we'll likely find it near the waters. Best bet would be to pull it out. If it'll land,
Need a boat?
it'll be slower.
The two village leaders look to you and say, well, if you are interested, then we have our scrimshaw and our jewelry that we are willing to pay your group if you can fulfill the bounty. It is quite a sizable payment. A reward worth 16 gold pieces.
Oh, I do like scrimshaw.
I don't mind that. Not at all. Not at all.
Sounds good to me, unless anyone has any objections.
None for me. You, Vestar. Anything?
Lady Luda brought me here for a reason. This is it. I will help you.
Oh,
okay.
you're one of those.
He just looks at Erik and says, we're already dead. You might as well live life to the fullest.
Damn! Take a hero point for that. That was badass. You all see a glimmer in the eye of Bjorn the Blade. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Stop it, cat. Bjorn will look to you all and say, if you are interested in potentially speeding up your travel, I might have a solution for you. For a small amount of coin, I could rent you some of my dogs and a dog sleigh.
How much?
Oh, a small amount. Only 5 silver pieces to rent.
Let's start paying something.
Excellent. Yeah, he will give you access to a dog sled and 3 dogs that will be able to pull it, and you all 4 could fit on one dog sled.
You said it was 3 dogs or 4 dogs?
It's 3 dogs, 1 sleigh, and you all 4 could fit on the sleigh.
What are the dogs' names? I ask immediately.
He looks to you. Ah! My dog's names, you say? Hold on, let me see which ones I have available.
One name
Well,
names, please.
Oh my god.
I get attached to animals so easily, and I just want to know.
I wouldn't get too attached. There's a chance the worm will eat one of them.
Well, we won't let that happen. What was your name? Sorry, I don't think I caught it.
Mine?
Yes.
Esarok. Yours?
You can call me Remus. Or John, whichever one.
I'll give you a nod. Very well, Remus. It's good to meet you. And I'll give you like a flashing grin.
Nice to meet you too. He's kind of staring at you.
Keep
like
your
he's-
head held high. There's no need to panic.
I'm not panicking. I'm just excited to see all these new things.
Excited? You seem nervous. Is this
Well,
how you speak?
Yeah, yes, and excited and nervous and all those things in between.
As long as you keep your food on the inside, it'll be all fine.
For some reason, I trust you completely. So yes, thank you. Yeah, I will.
I'm not a bad tracker. I can get us probably to the beast, given enough time. You said you're a seer. What about the two of you? Warriors?
I'm a holy man. As he wields a huge axe and shield and is wearing very heavy armor.
Classic Viking holy man.
I dabble here and there in a few knowledgeable areas of different creatures. So yeah, I'm considered a warrior.
The merchant has returned with the 3 dogs that each have their own name tag.
I'm gonna put it in my notes. I'm ready.
So the first dog approaches, and I will drop the token onto the map. And this is Rotgrin. Yes. The second is Scorchhide, and the final dog is Yellowtooth.
It's wonderful to meet you, dogs. I wish you luck in pulling our sled.
Rotgrin looks to you and nods its head knowingly as if it understands what you are saying. It unleashes a doggy smile, and you see that it is missing several of its teeth.
Are these dogs sentient, or do they talk?
Bjorn says, "No, these dogs don't talk. If they could, I would never shut up."
What a silly question, Mr. Remus. Talking dogs.
You never know. These things are very strange here, so I just,
I wouldn't fault the lack of knowledge in certain areas of... Talking dogs could be a possibility. Look around us. Look at the world we live in.
I met a talking lizard a few days ago.
Was it the red one or blue one?
I think it was blue. They called it a kobold, I think.
Oh, is that the one with the missing eye or the one with the missing leg?
Oh, missing eye, his right eye, in particular.
Oh, I know that one. That bastard owes me money. Where did you last see him?
You guys are helping me make NPCs here. I love it.
So a few it was on my journey here. I'm very far from where I'm from originally, so I don't really know what town exactly it was I stopped in.
Damn it all.
Seer with a bad sense of direction.
I don't get out much. Sorry.
Well, hopefully your prophecies at least lead you to the right place.
That's what I'm hoping.
Well, let's find out then. Come on, Seer, what direction are we going?
Did you say you were the tracker?
Aye, but I need to get us to tracks to start tracking.
Oh, okay. This thing is a water creature, yes?
Here's your hint. Read the wanted poster.
Where's the poster? Where did it go?
You see it nailed to the town center here, and you see that they believe that the trail will lead you somewhere within the Bay of Sighs, and the dog sled team will help you travel over the ice floes without needing to get into longship for this journey.
My prophecy eyes or something say Bay of Sighs. And it's what the poster says too.
Eric
Does
will.
anyone have any experience with dogs sledding, by the way? Do we have to drive?
What's a drive?
It's, when you control the dog sled to go a certain way.
Is that what you call it? Strange.
Maybe we could call it mush. Is that what that is?
Aye.
Have you never been dog sledding before?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever raised a dog before?
No. I'm more of a cat guy.
We all three of us just turns our head away like.
As you're saying that, the Mother Goonberg will say, "You don't mean the kind of cat I think you mean, do you? Or is there some strange species of cat I am unaware of?" She looks at you with imperious eyes.
I quite like Maine cats.
She looks to you and says, "I have no idea what a Maine Coon is, but it sounds like it would be terrible. Some kind of monster."
Sometimes. They're rather fluffy.
Hard to break, likely to turn on you at a dime. No thanks. I'd rather have something I know what it's going to do.
Do you guys not have cats here?
There are several breeds of cats here, but I'm just making sure you aren't speaking of a troll cat.
Oh, no. No. No, just regular cat. The cute kind.
Maybe a forest cat, then.
Smaller. But, I would love to educate you all on the kinds of cats that exist, but maybe it's best we go hunt down this, snake.
Be careful of any troll cats you find. I feel like I need the opportunity to tell you this. Their bite carries the curse of cursed milk, and I don't wish that upon anyone.
Curse
Ooh.
of cursed milk.
I knew a guy who had that once. Oh, terrible fate. Terrible.
She looks to you in your eyes, Jonathan. Do you know of the milk curse?
No, I don't know if I want to, actually, now that I think about it. Perhaps that's a lesson we can impart when we return with the snake.
Well, you best be off. I have much to consider, she says, stroking her chin. And Bjorn is counting the 5 silver pieces you paid him for his dogs, and he's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then he recounts them before putting them back into his bag. So, heroes, are you ready to go out onto the ice floes on your dog sled to try to find this creature?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's get started.
Okay. Hopping onto the dog sled, it's kind of a tight fit for 4 people, and unfortunately enough, there is no room to sit down. So essentially, you guys are in a conga line on the sled. Just for my own information, can you guys get into the conga line sled order of who is where on the sled?
Alright, where do you want the front to be?
Who's gonna be the caboose? Who's gonna be the middles?
I'd be right behind this book.
Yeah.
Now, if I do this correctly, so as you guys are traveling to find this worm,
Ooh.
did you all get a request for exploration activities?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, so please let me know what exploration activity you are going to do.
Going to detect magic.
Eric, are you good at anything?
Hey!
If you're not, that means you scout.
I mean, hold on, let me check.
Scouting is not bad, so no one is going to complain if that's what you do.
It's what you do when you're not good at anything out here.
I'm more of a talkative person than I am at anything else, so yeah, I'll scout.
Oh, I forgot thumbs are charisma. I forgot.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll probably. It's either defend or follow the expert. Probably just follow the expert.
I don't think we can do follow the expert, unfortunately, because it's you have to like have an expert in the party, which at level 1 I don't think we do unless
In that case, I will defend.
I'm good at other stuff.
Okay, so you guys are all riding, in some form of D to A on the sled, perhaps holding onto the handles, perhaps holding onto each other's waists, as these three dogs rocket off into the Bay of Sighs, following the ice flows. Now, about an hour into the journey, can I have our friend Esarok give us a perception check, please? This does not need to be GM blind.
That's what I was about to ask. Oh.
I like those dice though.
You have a hero point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I sure do. Well, I don't want it at once, so re-roll it.
Okay, excellent. So, Esarok, as you are speeding along, these dogs are very vigorous, very strong. They are pulling you guys at an alacrity that would make it tough for someone else to see this, but you are trained for this type of thing. So could you give me a survival check because of this successful perception check that you have made? It's a check upon a check.
Sure.
And I'll explain why here in just a moment.
Survival.
Wow. Okay, so here's what happens here. Esarok, your successful perception check showed you that something or someone was trying to create false trails to perhaps lead any hunters off of the trail. And your correct survival check has successfully allowed you to follow the correct trail. As you are traveling, Esarok, you detect, using your ranger abilities, several environmental hazards that have been set up by someone or something. You see patches of unstable ice. You see collapsing ice hazards. You see it all. Whatever has been doing this is a tricksy bastard.
point out a patch of ice that would be, collapse them if they went over it. And just say that's no accident. Someone's trying to ambush other hunters out here. Raiders, marauders, or just another greedy hunter. Why would they go to all this effort for that?
Unless it's the snake. I mean, could the snake do that?
I don't think so. No, this seems the work of a man. Trying to lead us off trail, setting up traps.
Now, when you started this trip, everyone, by the way, it was 7:30 in the morning. Sorry, I just wanted to let you know how early it was. Please continue, Leah.
Oh, no. John he just kind of mutters, we need to prepare for human enemies or humanoid enemies then. Not just a snake.
Well, blood will be spilt. Doesn't matter where it comes from.
Well, I think our goal should be to try to find them first before they find us. We don't want them ambushing us while we're in the middle of fighting this beast. Or even after we're worn down. Keep your eyes peeled. I think we should keep the sled moving, though. We don't want to sit idle. We'll be a target.
Alrighty.
Alright.
The northern sun is still high in the sky, and rays of light reflect off of the snow and ice. When you arrive at a cavern after roughly 4 hours of travel, making the time roughly 11:30 a.m. Here's the question. Do you leave the dogs outside with the sled, or do you bring them in?
We should bring them into at least the start of the cavern. Maybe not all the way through, but we could hide them inside, if nothing else.
Yes. Also, if someone comes by and sees the dogs outside, they'll know that someone's here, so we should bring them in to the beginning.
You could also just follow the sled tracks.
Oh, that you.
As you guys look back, you can see the snow is not falling heavily enough today to hide your travels. So yes, there are deep grooves in the snow.
Good point. I guess it doesn't matter either way. He'll lean down to the dogs and just ask them. He doesn't have animal speech or anything. He literally says, "Hey boy, would you prefer to go inside or stay out here in the wind?"
The dogs will look to you and bark, "Marr, marr," and they point to the cave and they snarl. And one of them raises their leg up and starts peeing near the sled, but not on it. This is, of course, is Yellowtooth. Scorchhide is pulling at the reins to try to rush into the cavern, and Rotgrin, he is just licking his private parts.
I give a deep nod and go, "Yeah. The place doesn't seem too welcoming," and I'll just scratch Yellowtooth's head and then just stand back up.
Okay, well, I will take you guys to a map, because you guys aced this part of the challenge, which was traveling there successfully.
We did it, guys. We're real raiders now.
We're only real the moment we start shedding blood. And blood will be shed.
Maybe hopefully from someone else, not us.
So
Always the fun in that.
the cavern, as you're entering in, everyone, by the way, is incredibly well lit. So, thanks to the sun reflecting off of the ice within. So, if you are a person that does not have some form of low light or dim vision or dark vision, you will not have to worry about that for the moment, as you will be able to see.
Is Vestar just a human?
He's a human.
Okay.
He casts light on his shield.
Erik is human as well, and he.
Yeah, so is John.
Alright, 3 men and an orc.
Sounds like a joke. As you are making your way into the chamber, the smell of rotting fish and body odor fills your nose.
Plug his nose. Gross.
The dogs are all barking.
Eric will take a deep sniff in the air.
It's gonna sound terrible, but yeah, Esric will turn and glare at the dogs in a way that's just like a glare of like silence.
All three dogs sit and immediately go, "Woo!"
And he'll draw a warhammer out and leave the other hand. He's got a short sword as well. He leaves it kind of in its sheath and takes the free hand and kind of places it on the ice wall to kind of just steady himself as he kind of crouch walks on the ice.
Excellent. And do you all want to keep your current exploration activity, or would you like to set a different exploration activity?
I will attempt to sneak instead.
I think I can do that to send that to everybody if you guys would like to change.
Yes. I think I would like to.
Just a quick clarification, because it's my first time with the spellcaster. Do I need to keep a free hand? I'm assuming my shield's in 1. And do I need to keep a free hand, or am I able to cast spells with something like that?
Let me check on that, because no one has asked me that question before.
The way this character is built, it makes me think that I could have both hands filled, but you never know.
I believe if you have a way to overcome the somatic component of the spell, then you should be fine. Or if the spell does not have the somatic trait. And if anyone knows the definite answer to that, please let me know.
I believe if it has a somatic trait, you will need a free hand for it.
All right. So we have 2 people avoiding notice. So I believe for that, you will need to do a stealth, and I believe is that a secret check here? I believe it is.
Ooh, stealth. Okay.
It's not letting me do it. Okay, that's fine.
You can cast spells while you're holding something in your hand, but you can't be restrained.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was looking up too. Alright, so live stealth. Or did it already roll it when we did the avoid notice?
No, I think you have to roll it.
Yep.
yourself.
And I got one from Eric, and Eric, I'm going to let you know. I think everyone's going to notice you.
Oh, Eric.
He will hero point it.
In
Actually,
Esarok,
you know what? No, he won't. He won't.
similar thing here.
Well, that's alright. You know, I'm a big guy. Heavy footsteps.
Alrighty, whenever you all are ready, you can move into the dungeon.
I made a recon knowledge check as my investigation thing.
Sure.
I don't know if that you see that or not, because I think it's a super hidden roll.
Yes, I do. And listening to what the others were talking about, and perhaps you are familiar with this type of thing just from your life as a raider, or perhaps your previous life, you do think that you are all coming after a Tatzelwyrm or a drake, because I don't know what that other guy was talking about, but you think Bjorn was trying to mention that it could be a white dragon of some type, but there's no way that that's true.
I remember maybe reading a book or hearing a story from it, maybe from an elder, over the course of the few years I've been here. So, John, we'll just keep that in mind then.
Excellent.
What kind of drake? Small.
What do we have here?
That must be the Drake.
Yeah, can you guys see? So when you round the corner, you see that there is a creature who looks much like this, who is face first into a giant barrel of fish, and he is sloughing in it, spilling fish guts and blood all over the place.
It's a barrel of fish.
Mm-hmm.
Eric will look back to Jonathan. You know, I thought it'd be bigger.
Well, they did say it was no bigger than a harbor seal.
Yeah, but
Why would there be a barrel here?
That's
What kind of hideout is this?
does it?
Are you guys whispering?
Yes, I would think so.
Okay, this creature is so engorged in the moment, it does not appear to notice your whispering.
Should we try to attack it or go around it and explore the rest of the cavern?
You're a seer, aren't you? What
No.
does your visions tell you?
This one isn't white, is it? It's green.
Yes, it is green.
Let's just go past it. This isn't the one we want anyway. No point.
Alright.
Looks like there's a staircase over there. We can try to hurry down.
Now, as you guys are trying to move past this creature, you will have to try to go unnoticed. So you will try to do either a stealth or a sneak here to try to get past this creature. And I believe those are in the basic action macro. Mm-hmm.
It's so funny making those checks we can't see.
It's all the same. It's all the same for me.
I love it. Give me a sneak.
check.
A sneak here, because you're trying to move undetected by this creature, because its face is deep into a barrel. Okay, so, Jonathan, I don't know if you're used to this type of thing, but you accidentally step on a weakened part of the floor, and a loud crack sounds through the cavern, and the creature's head pops out from the barrel. And if this were a different setting, the creature would yell, "Nani! Baka!" and point at you all. But because it's not, it points to you and says, "Who dares travel into my cavern?"
It talks. It's a talking lizard.
Yes, we know.
That's where it just stands up, cracks his neck, he just waits.
I asked you a question, sneaky sneaks. Who dares sneak into Slarn's cavern?
I
Who
looked to the group and
dares?
see.
Who dares? Who are you to ask us such a thing? Do you know who we are, thou serpent?
I know that you are interlopers, come into my cavern, possibly to steal my fish and my treasures. It sniffs. I smell the blood of raiders.
We're told you'd be a great white worm, not a slippery little green piss ant.
God damn. All right, so the creature, as you say that, it knows it's time to rumble, and it will roll into initiative, as it suffers no insults. And I believe you guys can all roll in.
Do you want us to use stealth? Or,
I would say you guys can use perception, except for Vestar, who has not noticed yet, because you got a natural 20, Vestar.
Oh my God.
On your sneak check.
Vester is the best of us.
Wait, Orf, would it have been okay if we were to come in with our weapons drawn, knowing that we're gonna fight a creature or no?
Oh, 100%. You know, you guys were here to fight or slay a monster. Oh, and I definitely need to put on some ass whooping music. So let me put on some ass whooping music. Yeah, I have not rolled for the creature yet. Let's see how the creature does. Okay, gets an acceptable 13. Alright, so we will begin the encounter. Erik. This creature is cracking its fingies, and it looks like it's ready for you. What do?
He's gonna crack his net a bit and call out, "You think we ought to be afraid of you? You're nothing more than a child waiting to be spanked, you pissant." And he will demoralize.
Excellent. Weird flex to bring spanking into this dragon fight, but I respect it.
Okay. Where is... Oh, intimidation, okay.
And everyone, this is my reminder. Make sure you target the people.
15?
Let's see here. And this is for demoralize. That is against the will DC. A 16 is a failure.
I would like to hero point. Wait, no, I already did.
Okay.
Okay. He's then going to run up right behind him.
Mm-hmm.
And with a free hand, he's going to actually, no, not with a free hand. He's going to swipe it at it with a hatchet.
Excellent. Let's see that hatchet attack.
One-handed.
Ooh, that is a miss.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. Vesta the Luton. You see that Erik is doing battle with Sklarn.
Well, let's go help Erik. Vestar will stride forward. Maybe. Let's roll different. He realizes he can't quite get there. So he bangs his battle axe against his shield and will demoralize it, except he has... I don't think it matters for this occasion.
Mm-hmm.
I can find it. He has intimidating glare. And he will attempt to demoralize it as well.
Excellent. Oh, it is demoralized. This creature is frightened one.
That's third action. Oh. He'll step up. It's his turn.
Excellent. All right. Sklarn goes as you step forward, terrified by what you have done. Let's see. All right. It is going to target Erik. Erik, it is going to use its Geled breath upon you. Can you give me a DC 17 Fortitude save?
Fortitude save, okay.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of damage.
All right, that is a 12, which is just a failure, not a critical failure. So, You'll take 10 points of cold damage, and you are going to be clumsy for 1 round.
Oof. Okay.
Okay, and that is a action. It's going to take a 5-foot step to here.
As a reaction, because it moved from me, I'm gonna use implement interruption. Oh, wait, never mind. Can't do it.
I was gonna say, does this counteract the step? Okay, so it uses an action to step 5 feet away. It will then stride. And it's got a 30-foot speed to here. Alright, that is its 3 actions. Asarok.
He will shout out at it, "Where do you think you're going, you coward?" and try to re-demoralize it.
We're just so mean to this thing. We're just calling it ugly and fat, and then we're just not. We're just really mean. We came in and we just started bullying it.
That is not a success.
Okay. Alright, then he will kind of jump behind the creature. Since he has both his weapons out, you said. And I will... Hold on. I will say that I will make it my prey. So it is now my hunted prey.
Okay.
And then, as my last action, I will just move up, kind of behind it. But it is now my hunted prey. All right, Mr. Remus, it's your go.
All right. Okay. Buddy over there is kind of hurt a little bit, Eric. How far away are you, Eric? Let me just check the range on something. 30 feet. Okay, so you're just in the range for that. I'm going to stride over here so I can get better range. And then I'm going to cast I'm gonna cast Healer's I'm gonna cast Lifelink on Eric. Let me go do that. So he's going to regain 1d4 hit points right away. Congrats, Eric. You now have 3 extra HP. And then also every time Eric takes damage in the future, I will take 3 of it every time. And this will also trigger my curse because this was a relation spell. So I'm going to give myself Life Curse Minor. And then as my last action, I'm going to try to demoralize it.
Excellent.
There it is. Okay. Oh, I language, don't we?
Yes.
Oh, just kidding. Yeah. It gave me a -4. We didn't share a language, but I should toggle that off. So it's really like a 27 or something.
Yeah, it's a. It put a little picture of you on there, demoralized by John.
Yeah. Yeah. I just call him slimy, scaly, and downright disgusting, and that'll be my turn.
Excellent. Eric, you are the first to go in round 2.
Alright. Let me look up something real quick. He'll look over to Jonathan, give a slight nod. You'll see then his runic tattoos over his body begin to glow as he will spend an action casting the shield spell as his arcade tattoos take into effect.
Cool.
He's then going to move up 25 feet. Sprinting behind, and he'll take another swipe with his hatchet.
All right, you got this bad boy targeted, and that is a hit.
Still damaged, still damaged.
Yeah, you're right, you're right.
Takes 4 damage.
And that'll be Eric's turn.
Okay. Vistar, the Luton.
I didn't think I'd ever have to do it with this character, but first action's going to be a tumble through. The intention is to get to this space.
Okay.
You got this, buddy.
Do I?
I believe in you.
All right, just target that boy and let's see what happens.
Oh, he made it.
Oh my goodness.
He made it.
So this is when you're gonna be like, this is kind of some BS. So let me see here. Okay, so you don't notice this as you step onto this space.
Oh, no, it's
So as you step onto this space, can you give me a DC 15 acrobatics check to balance?
sure.
Good game, easy. So
Nice.
you do not fall, you don't fall prone and slide into the wall.
Oh, it's icy.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So there's my first action.
Yep.
Second action, we're going to raise shield. And then third action, he's not going anywhere. I'll take a swing at him.
Sure.
He's also gets to flank.
Yep. Thanks to the system, it automatically figures it out.
Yes.
He's a -4 AC right now. That's crazy.
That is 11. That is a huge hit.
That's Vestar's turn.
Okay. The acceptable Slarn goes, "Mah! It seems you are more powerful than I thought initially, but it shall not matter." It is going to target Vestar first with a Jaws attack because it doesn't have its breath back. So here's a Jaws.
You lucky person.
Right
I
on.
will use my reaction.
Okay.
Shield block it. Now, that's gonna... If I recall, I had problems with this last time. So it takes the hardness of my shield, so it's gonna subtract 5. So hopefully this will do block. If I do damage... Yep, that worked.
Perfect. Okay. Its next action, it is going to attempt to tumble through.
Ooh, where's he going?
It does a critical success as it boop, gets to the other side of you. And let's see. Okay, treating these squares is difficult terrain. Okay, so it should... Oh, not you. I want to move Slarn. It's going to keep moving. This way. And then its final action... Sorry, y'all, my cat keeps, like, crawling up here. It will continue to stride up to here.
Keep running, beast.
I will. It laughs. Esrok.
So seeing Vestar kind of start to slip on it, is there a way to like move at half speed to not have to deal with that in this system, or?
So there is a way to disable it. It's a athletics check to roughen the surface, but it will take you 2 actions. Or you can just try to walk across it and make that acrobatics check.
Yeah, I think he'll just try to walk across it.
Because I don't think,
Right.
yeah, if you just jump, you're going to hit a wall.
I'm gonna go ahead and make it now.
Yep, go ahead if you want to try to balance across it.
You know, if I roughen it, it roughens it for everyone.
Yep.
All right, he'll start, he'll roughen it. I'll take 2 actions to roughen the terrain then.
Excellent.
Don't need to make a check for that.
Yep, this will be athletics. That's a success. I can remove the ice slick.
Yeah, he thinks about it for a second and then sees himself like falling on his ass and everyone else falling on their ass, and he says, no, he knows, and he'll kind of throw some snow over it and everything to make it a little more sturdy. And then I have a normal movement, I guess, from here.
Yep.
I can do. So it's 5 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet. 5 feet gets me to there. All right, Jonathan.
John will move in here. 15, 20. Alright. Actually. Okay, I can see it now. But first I'm going to look over Esarok, and as in 1 action, I'm going to cast Healer's Blessing on him, which will advance my curse again. And as John kind of reaches out his staff over to you, Esarok, his eyes start to, the iridescent rainbow that is in his pupils start to like, just kind of overtake his entire eye. Like the whites of his eyes are now a iridescent rainbow. As I apply another curse to myself. Come on, there you go, moderate. And I don't think that that Healer's Blessing is something that is automated. So just keep in mind that when you get healed, you're gonna heal additional 2 HP.
Okay.
And then I'm going to 1 action cast Guidance on Vistar. And that will be my turn.
Eric, you're up here in round 3. The creature is going deeper into its lair.
Okay. He's going to grip his hatchet with both hands.
Mm-hmm.
Is that action? I believe so, right?
Just to put your other hand on your hatchet? I don't think that would take an action since you're already holding it in one hand.
Oh, I'm thinking of a different weapon. Okay, yeah. He'll do that. He's then going to move up 25 feet, or stride. And move there. Second action, stride again.
Sure.
Right there. Third action, he will... Oh shit. Exploit vulnerability? I have to make an historic lore check against the DC for its level.
Oh, I forgot to give you that mod or for this exact purpose.
For the exploit vulnerability?
I'll link it to you now, but it's late.
No problem. Alright, so this is a esoteric lore check against a standard DC for its level.
Yeah, I can roll that for you right now.
Sure, and this would be Arcana, I'm pretty sure, based on or is it esoteric?
For it.
Okay,
Esoteric. I can use charisma for it.
okay, and if this is standard DC for its level, is that 10 plus its level?
I think so.
Then that would be a failure.
Damn. Okay.
And let's see, everyone, I just got my pop-up at 3:09 that you all get a hero point. So if you, I have that set up here to remind me when you should get it. So please add that hero point.
So could I use that hero point to re-roll it?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay. You have got to be kidding me. Oh my god.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll end my turn.
Okay, we are back to Vestar. Vestar, this creature is moving deeper into its lair. I believe you can see it's heading towards this icy patch here.
Vestar's gonna start casting spells. He's going to heal Erik. And we'll do... My heals are a little bit different. I don't remember where it is, but I do d10s instead of d8s.
Nice.
So Erik, just roll d10, that's what you get.
Okay.
And my third action,
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
he's gonna trip it. Tap 2.
Absolutely. Okay. Oh my gosh. So this creature is going to go ass over tea kettle and take a d6 of bludgeoning.
Vestar looks over to Erik and says, "This is how it's done, boy." Hooks it with his battle axe.
Okay. Would you like to roll that d6 for us to see how much damage it takes? Okay, takes a couple points of damage here.
No guidance stays. No guidance is and Vestar's done.
All right. Slarn will have to use its first action to stand up. It did get its breath back because it's been 2 rounds, so it's going to use its breath on Vestar. So,
17, yikes.
Okay, you succeed, so you're just clumsy 1 for 1 round. Then the creature will... Yeah, it's going to go ahead and make an attack on Vestar. It's going to do a strike.
I will shield block that one as well.
We see it rise up like Michael Jordan, going for the dunk from the free throw line. And smack.
Are you
Vestar.
down? Oh my gosh, I looked away for a second. Oh. Ah!
How much? Oh, wait, that made sense.
Because he hit me for a lot of damage.
Yeah, he hurt you. I'll be over there in 1 second, buddy.
Okay, and that is all 3 of its actions. Esarok.
Okay.
I would have
I am
come down if I
going-
was at full health.
To move forward. To here. It is my prey, so I'm going to take both of my weapons and use twin takedown on it and make 2 attacks for 1 action.
Excellent.
First. Let's see, let me mark that it's my prey in my character sheet. Alright. So coming in first with the Warhammer against it. Boundary froze. Oh no. Let me refresh.
No issue.
Okay, so 16. Oof, 16 misses. Oof.
I mean, you do
You got
have
hero
you
points.
do have your hero point.
Not just this second. I'm then gonna come in with the short sword for that same action. That's 17. I don't know if that one hits.
17 will miss.
Oh my goodness. Alright. I then will drop my short sword, tear a bandage with my teeth, and begin applying it to Vestar. I have battle medicine, so I can make a check in combat against him to try to treat his wounds.
All right. I think.
Battle medicines.
It's my last action.
Okay.
Oh no!
I am so
He doesn't
glad.
Get up. I can't clod the blooding or anything yet. All right. Yep, and my sword's on the ground, but hey, you know, it's cool.
Okay, Jonathan, you're up.
I can't see him, but I'm gonna move up anyway. So I'm gonna move right over here. And I'm going to target my down friend, Vestar, with a 2-action heal. Versus living. Let me just make sure my thing is toggled. Yes. Healing. Alright, so you heal 14.
What happened?
I happen to you, boy. It will say.
And that will be my turn.
Excellent. Okay, we're back to the top. Eric.
All right. Take a 5 feet step action. Second action, he'll do exploit vulnerability, and he'll want to use esoteric lore to recall any specific weaknesses or anything that'll be vulnerable for this creature in particular.
Okay.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
You're just getting nothing in your brain about this creature's abilities.
Do you have another hero point or no?
We only ever got 2, right? And
Yep.
I spent it on this. Did I spend it on the stealth, or did I take the stealth?
I think you decided not to.
Okay, then I'll use my last one to reroll.
Sure. It is not meant to be.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Eric, you get that one thing. Come on, buddy. Come on. Oh, God. Okay, he's gonna try and. He's not even training this. He's gonna try and grab.
All right, give it the old target and basic action macro, please.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A grapple. Let me see. Where is it?
love basic action macro.
Nope, failed.
Yeah, it is a big old worm, so as you try to grab it, your hand just slips off of it.
Yeah, that's my turn.
You guys are doing great over there. Keep
Okay,
up the good work.
Vestar, you're back.
I'm gonna show you guys the beauty of a war priest. I'm gonna stay prone. He's gonna cast Bless. So I will just throw a gore on. I think it's the best way to do it.
I think if you hit the place 5 foot emanation, drop it on yourself. I believe it'll actually give us the ability. Maybe.
No, it doesn't. Oh,
Wait, oh.
You double bless yourself, by the way.
Yeah, I see that. Okay. That's first action. Actually, I might be able to stand up.
You got rid of the wrong bless.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oops. Thank you.
I think that other status effect on you isn't actually bless. I think it's a sustaining
Yep, you need both.
notice.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Once
Oh,
the
my
aura
bad.
Once the aura wants the effect. And then he will... Nobody's hurt. I guess I can't stand up. Oh, get up.
Simon looks at his character sheet and goes, nah, as he doesn't have attacks of opportunity.
And that's his turn.
All right, Sarn is up. He looks at you, Erik, and he says, you keep trying to figure out who I am. There's only one thing you need to know. There's me and my claws. And he tries to swipe at you with his claws.
Yeah, that
So
hits.
Erik, you're gonna take 3 less damage than this. I'm gonna take 3 of it.
Oh, okay.
So he sends one attack at Erik, then he's going to target Esarok, and he says, your hair reminds me of my spine, and I find that most unagreeable. And he will attack you with his claw, Esarok. Miss you with his claw. He will then go ahead and he's going to stride away to this icy patch of floor.
Interesting.
If anyone has a reaction. Alrighty.
I can't do my.
Esarok.
All right. Let's see here. Well, I know I'm gonna follow him down, and then I'm going to full strike. Let me figure out what I would do with my third action.
Can you? And what is battle notice in 1 or 2 actions?
It's 1, but I can only do it on a target once. Yeah, I guess I could do it on Erik. Yeah. Oh well, I have to pick up my weapon anyway. So actually, I have to pick up my weapon because I have to have a free hand to do battle medicine. So I pick up my weapon, and then I stride forward, and I'll stride here to the edge of the snow.
Okay, smart play.
And then my third action will be doing twin takedown. So with the warhammer, and then the short sword, and we will re-roll the short sword.
Sure.
Get rid of that hero point. It's just, there's a flurry of attacks against this very, very slippery target.
Mm-hmm. That is a hit.
Managed to strike him in for 5 damage.
Yay, you guys hit.
Yay!
Stop squirming around. And that's my turn. It's all 3 actions. 1 to pick a weapon, 1 to get over there, 1 to swing twice.
Jonathan, you're up. I'll never stop squirming, it yells.
Stride up here into the bless. That just looked like applied to me, but that's okay. We'll it on myself. And as a 2 actions, I'm going to cast Electric Arc at this guy.
Uh-oh. I've heard about this spell.
Yes, I need him to make a reflex save. Oh, I thought it was a, okay, whatever, lizard. I don't want to deal with you anyway. Okay, fine, whatever. That'll be my turn.
He does a barrel roll.
Oh, it's too cool.
Eric, you're up.
If I leave this aura, I don't get my +1.
You can delay till after me.
So, like, he can, Vestar can walk up, and then if you delay till after him, you can just follow him.
But doesn't the aura end on his turn,
No,
though?
it lasts. It just lasts for a minute.
It's just
Oh.
sustain. So as long as he takes 1 action to
It's
sustain
not
it.
a sustain.
Oh, it's not a sustain?
It's
That's
just,
crazy.
It's an awesome spell.
Alright, Eric will delay
Oh
until
yeah, it
after
just gets bigger.
Vestar.
That's what it is.
Okay, so I'm just gonna update you to initiative value 14. And then, Vestar.
First action we're going to do is we're going to heal Erik. So I'll drop another heal for him. Roll d10. And he will stride up.
Oh, why?
Yep.
Hey.
And the last time I did this, it worked, but then he went after me. But he keeps... This guy's a slippery fellow. No guts, no glory. Chosen.
Okay, and here comes a trip. Oof, it jumps over your foot.
We're gonna reroll that one. That's his last one.
Doesn't get through.
That's my turn.
All right, Eric, it's your turn.
Okay. First action. Run up here.
Mhm.
Stride forward. Second action. Oh man, he's going to try once more to do esoteric lore.
You got this. You got this.
I'm so done with this. Where is it? Where is it? Here we go.
Oh man, guys, I'm the worst. Your cameraman has been back at the entrance this whole time.
Do you wanna? Would you like to give me control of the cameraman, or just all of us control over him, and we can kind of just move him around?
Absolutely.
I failed. Oh my god. Okay, third action. I'm just gonna demoralize him.
Might be for the best. That's a success.
Yes.
I believe that creature goes down to frightened.
Now is I end my turn.
Okay, Slarn, it's finally to the battlefield it wanted. It's going to target Eric. And here comes a Jaw's attack at Eric. Let's see, that is a hit for 16 damage on Eric.
15 on it. God damn. Oh, yep.
Did they say 17?
It's 17, yeah.
Oh, I missed. Oh, sorry. Yes.
The damage.
You take 3 less damage than this at least. So
I'm down.
That wasn't help, but you know.
It then turns its gaze to Esarok. Esarok, it will attack you with its jaws.
That is just a miss.
Because of the frightened.
Yeah.
And then
Go,
it's
go,
going
go.
it's going to send a third attack at Vestar. And I don't know if it rolled. Did it roll for you guys? Oh, yep, it missed by 12. All right, it's fighting you guys where it wants to fight you. Esrok.
Okay. If I do this... Alright, so first action will be to do twin tech down against it. Oof. Slips past both of those attacks. There is one final attempt to attack it for my second action.
Okay.
And
Oh,
last
I can't put the cameraman near it, or it'll give you guys flat-footed.
Ah. Oh, no, you can put the cameraman near it. That's fine. We don't care.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's our friend, right? I mean, yeah.
Last action. I drop the short sword, kind of tuck it between my legs a little bit, and going to try to do what I failed to do with Vestar and see if I can stop Eric's bleeding. It's an emergency situation. I do. He heals for 6.
Eric, you've healed.
So Eric has 1 wound, Vestar has 1 wound, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is my 3 actions.
Okay, Jonathan, this battle is turning up here. You see Solarn is trying to draw you guys out onto this ice.
Yeah, I definitely noticed that. I'm going to try to electric arc him again, so he'll need to make another reflex save. Oh. Goodness. I can't use my hero point to make him roll that, can I?
I don't think so, but I do believe he will take half the damage.
Oh, you know what? He does. You're right. I didn't roll the damage last time because I assumed it was like 5e and he just took nothing.
Oh, last time I think he critically succeeded.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Okay, cool. Then, yes, I will roll the damage from him.
All right, he takes 4 electric damage. It's electric.
Woogie, woogie. And then as my last Pac-Man, I will cast guidance on Erik over here.
Nice. Okay, guided, and then
I just so everyone knows, you have to use your guidance before the end of your next turn. It will go away, so you can't like hang on to it.
Okay, so the only emergency that I have is I left my axe back where John was because I fell down and dropped it. So we're going to be casting spells, I guess. So the first thing...
It's funny because what we were talking about in Discord.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hit Erik with another heal. I'll probably do a 2-action one, so you get the big one for that.
So that's 2d10?
It's 1d10, and then it's going to be up to Orpheus whether it's plus 10 or plus 8.
I'm fine with it being plus 10 because it looks like it's based on the die size.
So 10 plus whatever you roll.
13.
Okay. And then his other action will be Ray Shield.
Now, if you are at full HP, I don't believe you're no longer wounded.
I have a quick question then if it's going to be based on die size, because I'd roll d12s for my healing.
Wow.
So am I adding instead of a plus 8 a d12? Add some 12 to those?
Man, I'm going to have to look this up after session. For today, let's say yes.
Be careful. Okay.
For today, let's say yes, but I might need to look this up.
He's healing too good. And I'm done.
All right, Erik. I believe you are no longer wounded because you were brought back to full HP.
Okay. He'll stand back up. Alright.
I gave you that guidance for your exploit vulnerability. Use it well.
I'm trying so hard.
Oh yeah, you would let's see. Wounded condition ends if someone restores hit points to you with treat wounds, or if you restored to hit points and rest for 10 minutes. I'm sorry, so I think you actually might be still wounded.
Yeah, I still have it, yeah. Alright, first action was getting back up. Second action... let's...
Pick your weapon
Ah, shit. Second action, pick my weapon back up. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna sound like a one-trick pony, but same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Use your guidance.
I will.
Use the guidance. Oh,
20.
nice. Hell yeah.
All right, that is a success. So
Anything I learned about this creature that...
let's see. I need to tell you a bunch of stuff. This was not a critical success. Learning its highest weakness, or one of its highest weakness, but not its other. Personal thesis. Okay, so this creature doesn't have any specific weaknesses that you could exploit from a damage perspective, but you do know that this creature is very proud and arrogant, and perhaps amenable to some type of ego stroking. So you would know that. Your unarmed and weapon attacks against the creature are also become magical, if not already. But yeah, that's what you learn. You learn that this creature has an incredibly high ego, and it is arrogant, and if you could somehow stroke its ego, perhaps you could use that to your advantage.
Okay. He's then going to... Well, that was all 3 actions. Yep, his turn ends.
Alright, Schlarn will go. It looks at Esserok and says, I'm tired of you trying to prolong this battle with your medicine. And it's going to try to reach out and bite Esserok right on his face. Critical miss. As it rolls a natural 1, so it bites out, misses. It'll send another Jaws strike out at Esserok. That is another miss. It is just going to take a 5-foot step out onto the ice for its final action. Esserok.
I want to examine... I'll take an action if I need to, but I want to examine the ice to see if it would support our weights.
Okay, so for this, I will tell you, the ice looks strong enough to support your weights, but you do think that stepping out onto this, you're going to have to make an acrobatics check to balance, because it is slippery.
Okay, could I walk in 5-foot step only to avoid that?
Let's see. I will give you if you use the just 5-foot steps, I will give you a circumstance bonus to your acrobatics check.
Alright, I will pick up my sword, do a 5-foot step, and roll my acrobatics.
Yep, you can add a
Add
plus
on
1 to
bonuses.
this.
Really bad roll. Alright, 11.
Okay, so here's what happens. So you fall prone and you slide 10 feet in the direction that you are moving. Now, this moves you into Slarn Square. So as you're moved into Slarn Square, he's got to make a reflex save.
As I trip into him, I love it.
So he is able to hop over you, because the DC here was a 14, or get knocked prone. But you essentially get moved to this square, and you are prone.
Okay. I will take my last action to stand up.
Okay. But hey, you guys are making progress. Jonathan.
Alright, classic electric arc. It's the only damage spell I have.
Alright.
All I need, yeah. Ooh, failure.
So it's going to take
Roll for this.
all the damage here as it takes 7 damage. It is looking very hurt at the moment. You would say it's probably at a quarter of its total health, as it is just like as it vomits up blood.
Alright, and then as my last Pac-Man, I'm going to cast Guidance on Esarok, which should be the last person. Guidance.
Excellent. Vestar, here in round 7, what do you do?
Step on the ice.
All right, give me an acrobatics check here. You'll have a +1 circumstance bonus because you just did a step.
Okay.
That is enough. You maintain your footing.
He will pull out his dagger because you always need a backup weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Try to trip the beast.
Absolutely. That is a success. As it is now prone.
Now, Eric. Now.
Excuse me, okay.
All right, Eric, this creature is prone.
Okay. He's gonna lean over it, a glint in his eyes as the runes on his body begins to glow as they travel down his arms onto the weapon itself, as he grips with both hands. First hatching, he's gonna strike down on it.
That is a hit.
Nice.
Finally. And I believe because of exploit vulnerability, he'll take an extra 2+ my level in damage.
Okay.
That'll be a 13 damage total.
Okay, 13 damage. How do you kill this creature?
I'm chopping his head off.
Its head flies up into the air, lands with a sickening thud as the ground is inked with its blood. And we can end.
Yes, Vestar. I hit it. I hope you're happy.
I am happy.
You seem to have found yourself into the creature's lair. You see that there are broken barrels, baskets, and all sorts of other miscellaneous items that have been taken from the raiding community that you have came from.
Esarok, very careful because this ice is so fucking slippery. It's like he's probably gonna trip doing it, but he goes up and just kicks the body a few times. Stupid fucking thing!
Can you give us an acrobatics check just to see what happens?
Oh, I'm sure I trip as I kick it, but 13.
And, yeah, so you do trip a little bit as you slip, but nothing mechanical happens. But it's not as cool as you wished it to be.
He puts his weapons away, runs a hand through his hair. I guess you were right. I was wrong. It wasn't people. It was this damned creature setting traps. Can't say this is what I expected.
Well, now Eric, you can go take off its gills or its head or whatever, and I'm sure your wife will be happy.
He'll look back at you, back to the creature, back at you, back at the creature. Alright, fine.
Good job, everyone. Anything to get the blood pumping?
Yes, a few of you went unconscious there for a brief moment, but I'm glad you're all alright.
Sorry about that, Jonathan.
Don't apologize. It's okay.
No. I took a hit. and you took a hit as well.
Oh no, that's okay. That's the points.
You got a little blood leaking at your nose.
Sorry. And he kind of covers his face. He starts like kind of clean off his face. Something bloodshed, shedding blood from wherever. Yeah, something.
We should make sure the rest of this cave's empty.
We want to rest for a few minutes before we maybe go exploring further, or do we want to just try and see what we can find?
I'll
Well-
point to this direction. So you can rest in the hole.
We should patch you up first.
I'm on.
In this little cave over here, sure.
Don't need to waste your magic.
Fester will retrieve his axe.
I'll guarantee it'll work, but hold your legs out. See if I can stiffen the blood loss. And I will try to spend 10 minutes to treat Jonathan's wounds if I am allowed.
Sure thing. I was so nervous that when you were going to do battle medicine on Erik, you were just going to fucking kill him.
That is a fear.
I would have re-rolled it. That's why I was saving my re-roll.
I think the best way I think I've seen to do it is get the assurance feat and get medicine.
Like that there.
Jesus Christ!
Well, I have a re-roll, so I will use it, but I gotta reload Foundry, because for some reason it's breaking a lot today for me.
I just get stabbed.
I said I'll re-roll it. You just gotta give me a second. There's pain before the pleasure of healing. You gotta break some bones to set them right.
Of course.
But the fact that you spoke that into existence before the roll even happened.
Yeah, it's because he did, really. That's why it happened. If he'd not said anything, I would have been fine.
I'll accept that.
Alright, well, it
Okay,
at least
but
doesn't
at least I don't get
damage
stabbed.
you.
Yeah,
So-
it's okay. It's okay.
There's a little bit of pain and a bone set right, but you're not any healthier.
Yeah, I also just for future reference too, by the way, anytime you try to restore my hit points, it is half as effective. I heal less.
I think with mine you get the full because it's not spells. I think it's only
hit points, so
spells.
you take a status penalty equal to half your level equal to
Okay.
-1.
Okay.
You're thinking of the moderate. Yeah, that's correct for the moderate. This is
Okay.
the minor.
Okay. I knew there was one that.
Yeah, let me. I can't be healed by magical effects originating from other creatures, but I would be able to get healed by your battle medals, and you're right. It's just it takes the status penalty equal
Okay,
to
so
half
it takes
that
like a
level.
small amount off.
Yep.
Well, there you go. Things are set right. Hopefully you can walk. You're bruised, but you'll be fine, right?
I'm okay. I didn't get hit. Just a little brain damage.
The cave seems quiet, so we're probably safe, but I want to check around anyway with all this food that's been stockpiling up. There might be something good in here.
I also refocus while we're attempting to reach John. Just add that to my actions list here.
Absolutely. So as you guys are looking around, you don't seem to find another of these worms or any other creatures. You find several smashed barrels, baskets, crates, all of those type of things. This creature seems to have been stealing these from the village, from the fishing boats, from the fishing nets, and bringing them here. You do find one of the barrels, as you guys are looking around, seems to have a pouch full of coins. So as you look in the pouch, you see that it has inside of it 8 gold pieces. So you can each distribute 2 gold pieces to your character sheets if you choose.
Sure.
Rock, paper, scissors. Whoever wins gets the whole thing. That's what you say.
Well,
We're Where I come from, it's
I'll
split-
gamble
split-
you for your portion.
Repeat that, please.
Me or him?
Both.
Esrog says, "I'll gamble you for your portion."
Vesper says where he comes from, it's equal shares for all.
So yeah, so why don't we give Jonathan and Vestar their 2 gold pieces, and then Esarok and Erik, how do you guys want to do your rock paper scissors game here? Do you want to just do rollies?
That's fine. You want to roll these, buddy?
I've been rolling really bad today, though. You know what? Sure.
All right, D20. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, roll.
Ooh. Erik
Wait.
has taken
Loser
L's
chooses
today.
Wait.
paper.
Hero point.
You cannot hero point this. I'm going to just say that right now. No.
God has told you no.
And I'll bite your 2 gold a little bit and go, don't worry, I'll buy you a gladiatory drink later. But only a cheap one.
The question
That's
here
fair.
is, do you buy him the drink of the raiders, or do you make him drink a lesser drink if you're going to buy him a beverage?
Nah, we're not gonna disrespect him. We'll just follow the common man's speed, though.
Like you go to the mead hall and you like, yeah, I'll have a mead of the twins for myself, and for my friend here, a glass of
Milk.
red wine.
He only drinks milk, you know.
Do we want to bring this this body back? By the way,
Vesper decapitates it. Says this will be good enough.
oh, sure, yeah. Can I attempt to, when I'm looking over this thing, is there anything like body part wise that would be useful in crafting, or any medicines or herbalism stuff? Like, if it had a breath weapon, would it necessarily have any glands or something?
Let's see here.
I know
So-
we're not playing Monster Hunter right now, but I'm just curious.
Yeah, give me a recall knowledge about the dragon here. This would be Arcana to see if there's any crafting ingredients that you could pull off of it.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. Okay, so as you're looking at this creature, you guys fucked it up real bad. And as you're looking at it, its organs, its liver, its glands, and this thing is totally and completely unusable as you're looking at this creature. Nothing would be good for crafting. You could take the body back, you think, and maybe sell it to somebody, but they would probably just eat it.
Well, we took the head, so that'll be enough. John will return after he slips on the ice, probably, and just kind of lands on his back. Gets up and returns. Alright, are we good? Are we good to go? Do you think there's anything else that we need necessarily?
Oh, I think we can call this a venture earned, don't you? That electric was handy. Good work.
Thank you. Bit of magic.
I'm a bit rusty. I'll get better soon. Don't worry.
Well, this is a good exercise for you then.
Excellent. So you guys can head back to your dogs, back to your sled, and you can venture back to the village of Hallwick, and the adventure will take you roughly 4 hours to make your way back, bringing the head of the worm.
Did we kind of conclude that the traps that were set along the way were made by this lizard?
Yes, based upon him leading you over traps in his lair and trying to fight you on this icy pond, you believe that it was this guy doing all of the chicanery.
Okay, good. I just don't want to get jumped by another raider. So.
Before we leave, can Erik do one more recall knowledge check?
Okay.
To put anything about this thing. Just out of pride at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, it's a recall knowledge check, so which one do you want me to use? Arcana?
Yep, this would be Arcana.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't know about this guy.
I give up. I give up.
You're gonna have to go back to Dragon Lore school to get your training for this one.
I'm good at witches and Jotens. Not this. Nope. Nothing.
Excellent. So I will advance the time forward 4 hours. You are able to make your way back to the village of Holwick. The village is quite busy with trade, training, and all sorts of errands being ran by the people in the village. As the sun is beginning to set. Do you all head for Bjorn and Mother Gunberg to receive your payment?
Where's the head? There's your beast.
Whoa! They are first alarmed to see the head, but relieved as you all have solved the issue. Mother Gunberg will push over the bag of treasure to you all. The bag inside is a sack of scrimshaw carvings and silver jewelry worth 16 gold pieces.
John is immediately taking some of that scrimshaw and marveling over its craftsmanship.
That is a something that the Hallharn take to heart is the carving of scrimshaw. Mother Gunberg will say, "For your work, I believe that not only should you be paid in gold, but an epitaph should be put upon you for." She strokes her chin. "Slayers of the white fang Wyrm, you shall be known as."
Oh, I don't know if it really was a white fang Wyrm. It's a little misleading.
It was really small. It was really small.
It was really small.
She looks to you and says, "So should I call you something else then?"
Slayer of the White Fanged Wyrm is good enough.
This feels like a really.
I
deceptive
simply just
title.
ask you remember my name.
"And what is your name, Raider?"
And he will stand as tall as he can with his shoulders out broad and say,
Esrok, Clan Risa.
"Well met, Esrok of the Risa." As she says the Risa, you see that her lips curl slightly into a frown.
My name's John. That's it.
and there's certainly something on his face that's more than just like a greeting smile. There's like a smile, but like the eyes of like basically making her like hunt prey, looking her up and down, like judging things in this moment.
Esrok, as you look her up and down, you notice that she has a well-muscled and defined form. Her armor fit perfectly to maybe show off her muscular body as a form of intimidation or as a form of allurement. I'll leave that up to you to decide.
Are they flirting? What's happening?
No. Just watch. I've seen this before. She does this with everybody.
Oh, okay.
She even did it to me once. My wife got angry.
I don't even understand what she's doing.
Nestor leans over to John and whispers, I believe it's called a face down.
Oh.
Mother Gunberg crosses her arms over her chest. She is wearing basically a gambeson underneath her armor. You see that it is, well proportioned to her form. And as she crosses her arms and flexes, you see that she has bulging muscles underneath them. Her biceps, potentially capable of cracking a watermelon, if put between her bicep and forearm.
She scares me.
Solid woman.
If you needed a real life comparison of what she looks like, I will provide that here in a second. But you have been paid. You have been recognized as winners of this mission, and you have solved the bounty.
We did it, gang. We're raiders.
Yes. Well, everyone, with Mother Gunberg and Esarok giving each other a stare down, that is where the adventure will end. You have received your payment in gold, and I had a ton of fun playing with everyone today. What were your all thoughts on this adventure?
That was a fun, quick, and easy one.
Yeah.
Easy, but it was a good. I liked all the traps and skill checks.
I am not very acrobatic.
I don't think I liked Thaumaturge as much as I thought I would.
Yeah.
It's so reliant on just getting that exploit vulnerability, because if not, then I can't do what I really want to do.
Yeah. Is it So what are you adding to your esoteric lore? Is it just is it your charisma plus your proficiency in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you just rolled garbage, which is unfortunate. Doesn't look like.
It seemed that way, yeah.
Yeah. You're right though. A lot of it's based on that exploit vulnerability, and if you can't do that, then well.
I have a reaction to attack if he moves, but that requires me making sure exploit vulnerability is on him, which I couldn't get off.
Well, I mean, if we do more one-shots, you can give Barbarian or Magus a try now.
That's true. And this was adapted from the Pathfinder 2E bounty, the White Fang Wyrm. So this was a bounty that I adapted to the setting because I thought it would work well, and I believe it did.
Yeah.
And now we have a couple of more NPCs in the world and a relationship between Esarok and Mother Gunberg. Face-offs to happen.
Face-offs, but then 30 seconds later, he breaks it and it's just always heard your honorable warriors. Good sharing. And then just laughs about it. And then there's this is he serious? Is he not? I don't know. This guy's a little weird.
Oh, for sure.
Everyone's a little weird. It's okay.
Mm-hmm. Now, in the town of Holwick, there were some places to go to. So if you guys were I want to go here, I want to go there, what I would do for that, because you guys were in the harbor the whole time. Let's say, we want to go see the market. I would have clicked the market, and we would go see the market. I want to go see the academy where all those dudos are training. And I would take you to the academy.
Oh, it's a little. Oh, neat. Okay, changes the image over here.
Mm-hmm. Thanks to Monk's tile triggers.
Can I go see the doctor?
Yeah, we can take you to the Runekeeper's repository. Excellent. Well, everyone, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, a good weekend. This was our first adventure into the Serpent Sea. Some of the information shared at the beginning of the session was, I think, almost session 0E with the lore. When the adventure is to start proper, I believe I said I'm going to start it when 2 of our players, which is Carspona and Horanzo, are finished up with Red Hand of Doom. That way, if we're going to play on a Saturday, they are available.
That was in July, we were kind of estimating, right?
June was Crash's estimate. I know we're a little. He said both. He feels we're really close and that we have a lot more to do at the same time. So I think he's still like, we'll figure it out.
Look, we'll just keep throwing bodies until we're done.
That's
We'll just keep
basically
throwing
us in that
bodies.
campaign. It's just we throw bodies at a brick wall and eventually we